to the beat, y'all.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 9 minutes past the hour on this 19th day of December. Freedom and Fun Friday. He that the sun sets free is free indeed. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told JD Live. Your early morning get up, wake up. Your information, inspiration, motivation in the mornings. Your show that has conversation that promotes elevation. Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building as we broadcast live on Facebook Live, Instagram, and Twitter X at the JDMS. We are also on YouTube at 100 BLK Media. Good morning, family. How are you doing on this Friday? We made it through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's finally here. It's the beginning of the weekend, baby. I had to get that out for somebody. Yeah, good morning, family. We wake up this morning, and good morning to everybody who's logging in. Tell a friend to tell a friend, share this with a friend. I'm in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's jump into it. We wake up this morning. It appears that not only have we resolved two issues that is in national news with the mass shooting that happened at Brown University, we also had the murder of a college professor from MIT. Both of those seems to be linked. They found an individual in New Hampshire that they are pretty well certain is the individual who caused this to happen. That person was found in a storage unit, dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Man, there is a lot going on. Um, I work in a very small municipality in the state of Louisiana. I work in law enforcement. We have had 3 days straight of individuals who have not had a way of resolving their conflict or their issues without having to shoot at one. Now, this is not unusual because I live in the fifth largest city in Louisiana, and let me tell you something. Shooting is prevalent here also. I work in the third oldest city in Louisiana, which is a small municipality, super small. I don't think Opelousas has over maybe between 16 and 17,000 people. And for those of you who have lived in major metropolitan cities, I work in a city that's really the size of a suburb in most major metropolitan areas. I live in a city. I don't forget how many people are here in Lafayette, but Lafayette is a bigger city, but not a a metropolis. It's a nice sized city, but it's not no Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. And understand, gun violence is prevalent in this country. Period. 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 If I ran a running toll of how many people got shot yesterday alone, I promise you, you would be surprised if I could gather up every shooting in the United States of America just yesterday alone. You would be surprised how many people got shot yesterday in the United States of America. Uh, this is and I played a clip from Dr. King from back in the 60s, where Dr. King, and I've been playing it all week long, and I may play it again because it is so relevant to the current times and the posture of the temperature of this country. This country has not been this divided in my whole time of me existing that I can recall. And I don't know, maybe it was, but maybe I was too young or too busy dealing with other things that I didn't notice how divided it was back then. But right now, because I'm paying attention, and when you do pay attention, all of a sudden things begin to look a certain way because you're paying attention. Uh, I've never seen as much division in this country as I see now. Political division, racial division, uh, ethnic division, gender division. Never seen as much division as I have as of late. And I don't really know how to speak to it, but I will say the following at 13 minutes past the hour. Good morning, Jewel Wall. Good morning to my brother in blue, Brother Burnell there in Jersey, Jules in New York, Brother Gervis. I know you in the big city of Opelousas. Good morning to all of you. Good morning worldwide to everybody who's logged on. I see all my people jumping on Instagram and on YouTube. Good morning to all of you. I really appreciate you logging in this morning. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told. I'm going to open up the phone lines in case some of you want to call in, because I really don't know what we do to fix our posture of being more civil and more loving to one another. Maybe on this Freedom and Fun Friday, and I did say it earlier, he that the sun sets free is free indeed. I ask myself constantly, what can we do to be better human beings? And I don't understand for the life of me why we just have to continuously hate on one another, continuously not want to uplift one another, and continuously don't want to make one another live in peace, harmony, and love. It's like we are infatuated with chaos. We are infatuated with drama. Good morning, James Vincent, my childhood friend from Simple City, better known as Henderson, Tennessee. Good morning to all of y'all. Let me open up these phone lines. That's what I'm going to do. You know, maybe y'all want to call in and we need to talk. I'm solo bolo today. Sean P will not be with me. I have sent out, of course, invitations to jump on the bus. So if anybody wants to jump on the bus, just let me know. Hey, I would love to come on camera. If you like to come, because you can do it from your cell phone, you can do it from where you're at. Just let me know. Let me open up these phone lines. I knew it was something I would see there. Start one thing and you go places. This happens when you start getting older. Start a thing, and then you go into another thing and you forget the thing that you started. Just say it. That's what happens, family. That's what happened. Let me get my phone lines up and running. And phone lines are officially up and running. So let me run the banner for the phone line so y'all know we are officially up and running at 225-250-8770. 225-250-8770 if you would like to call in and be a part of the show. Of course, man, this whole week lately, all we've been dealing with, and it is the holiday season for those who celebrate the holidays. Everybody don't celebrate the holidays, and the holidays is not happy for everybody. With that being said, I infer to those who are logged in, to those who will do the replay, check on somebody. Check on somebody. And listen, a simple check is not sometimes, it would be great if you knew enough or had enough or was in a position or felt comfortable enough to go knock on some folks' doors and say, I just wanted to ask, are you okay? That today is weird. Folks say that's weird when you do that. Now that lets me know the climate of where we're at. That checking on your fellow neighbors. And here's the thing. Half of you live on streets that you don't even know the folks that live on your street. Some of you live next door to folks you don't even know the name of the people you live next door to. That is the climate of not only where I live, but the world today. Most folks live on the street. They don't know everybody who live on their street. I used to know everybody who lived on the street I grew up on. I mean, at least I knew everybody on the street. Those days, sometimes in our evolution, we allow things to go extinct that pulls us further and further away from one another. Yeah. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told. JD Live, your early morning get up. So, oh no, wait a minute. So, Brother Gervis says, I'm in Lafayette General today, recovering. Brother, we pray God's grace on your life. Pray the Most High healing power in your body right now. I don't know what you're dealing with. Once again, a lot of us is sitting around here and we're complaining about our situation, our circumstances, but there's somebody right now in somebody's hospital dealing with whatever they have to deal with. You know what? Sometimes you need to be grateful for what you have and where you at and what you got. I always tell people, at my worst, at my lowest, there is somebody somewhere on this planet that wish they could be. At my highest, at the pinnacle peak of everything that is my personal utopia, there is somebody in this world that's happy that they're not me. Why you got to be happy with yourself. I think too many times our problem is with jealousy and envy. I really want to say that. With jealousy and envy, we want folk to be envious of us, jealous of us. A lot of us have put in our mindset because of propaganda that material wealth will put us in a position in which, and let me see, can I get this person on the line? Because thought I had my phone lines up. Do I have my phone lines up? Caller, hold on. I may have to call you back. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Who am I speaking with? Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live. Who's this?
It's Jules from New York.
Hey, Jules. How are you doing?
Fine. It's so early. I just wanted to say good morning to you.
That's good.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Hey, mute your TV in the back because I'm getting an echo from your TV. If you can,
Let me turn it off.
If you can,
let me just turn it right off for now. Yes.
How's the weather? How's the weather in New York? How are you doing? Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays to you as well. We had some snow the other day. I did a little quick video. You can check it out. It was snowing outside. I was like, it's snowing outside, guys. It's snowing. It's snowing.
Now, what part of New York City do you live in? Are you in Long Island? Where do you live at in New York?
Yes, I'm in Long.
Okay.
I'm in Long Island. And when we get the snow, it really comes down. It comes down. It comes down a lot, and it's heavy and it's slippery. We had a lot of accidents.
Yeah.
And in the season, I just want to remind everybody a little quick PSA to be careful in this weather. In the snow, the rain, whatever you have, take your time, be cautious. And do your best to stay pumping on the brakes because we had a bunch of accidents with that snow. I seen on the news, there was a lot of accidents from the snow, and we got some rain today. But how's the weather where you are in Louisiana?
In Louisiana, it's always subject to change. I think we're in the 60s or the 70s today. Let me tell you something. We started off the week freezing cold. Now, freezing cold for Louisiana is anything under 40 degrees is freezing cold in Louisiana. So I think we were in the 30s. I will say that somebody's might have got into the upper 20s, but I think we were in the 30s, upper 20s. That's freezing cold. Now that was like on Sunday, Monday. Yesterday,
Right. Correct me if I'm
last night, it was 75 degrees. It was 75 degrees last night. At what time was it? Because I was actually somewhere doing my job. And unfortunately, folks, we're going to talk about that after I get off the phone with Jewel. You know, it was hot last night. Yeah.
It was hot this way too, in the 50s, and it's raining. The weather does its own thing, you know.
Yeah.
But you have to keep your jacket and your hat because you never know. You want to get sick, especially in this season.
Yeah, that's true.
I got a birthday coming up, so
Okay.
make sure you have your show so I can say happy birthday on December 29th.
Okay, yeah, I'll still be on. Be exact, the last show. And thank you for calling in, Jules. Look like other folks are trying to call in too. Thank you.
Right on. Let's
Happy
go.
holidays
Love you,
and continue to enjoy the show. Jules made me have to remind y'all of something. Love you much. Y'all have a great one. Talk to you later. Thank you for calling.
I'm gonna click in and let you see me. I'm gonna get some signal. I'm not gonna let you go without me being with you. Don't worry.
All right. You have a good one. All right. All right.
Okay. Love you and the family.
All right. That was Jules Walls calling from Long Island, better known as Strong Island in New York City. You're welcome to call in just like she did. 225-250-8770, 23 minutes past the hour. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told. JD Live, your early morning get up, wake up. Listen, I am also on the countdown. I was at the last day on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve will be my last show until July the 1st. Until July the 1st of 2026, Lord say the same. I have a lot I have to do, and I'm literally getting off of social media completely from the beginning of the year to the first of I am doing a social media cleanse. I have a lot of work to do. As some of you do know, I am going through the process, and I am back in school, enrolled in Walden University to receive in 2027. I pray to the Lord that I complete task at hand, but to receive my PhD in criminal justice. And I am thankful to Professor Dunleavy. I am very thankful to the staff and my professors and the teachers who are helping me prepare. It is a lot of work to get a PhD. Don't let nobody tell you that it is easy peasy lemon squeezy. It is not. It's a lot of research. And between that and some other things that I will be doing at the beginning of the year, I am pulling back from social media and doing everything I need to do for my well-being, for my mental health, because your mental health matters. I wish Edward J. Brown was somewhere around. I know he's in Houston, and maybe when I come back next year, toward the end of the year, we'll bring back. I was doing a mental health 1 hour podcast, very similar to this. I have been doing podcasting for when it was not popular. I was online. I have been in this thing. Listen, I am 58 years old. I have been behind a microphone since I was 16 years old. James Vincent and I both were two of the young prodigies of radio, terrestrial radio, doing radio shows when we were still in high school. So I have literally, when folks discovered these microphones and these cameras and started learning how to go viral and all this, I had already went through the process of understanding how these things operate because I was a child prodigy doing radio back when I was 16 years old and still a junior in high school. Yeah, I had an FCC license, had my own radio show. So this isn't new to me. It is new and wonderful to a lot of folks, and a lot of folks have discovered how to monetize it and make it work, and I applaud those folks. I really do. These microphones have been kind to me also. Financially, I have, a lot of folks know I do voiceovers. I do things for video games. There's a lot of places that my name and my voice is that you may or may not know it's me. I like that. I love the Bruce Wayne Batman persona in my life. Where's my Batman? Like this little guy right here. Yeah. So, It is 27 minutes past the hour. Last night, I was, because of my profession, this is my love. This is my love. Getting on microphones, talking to people, discussing our issues. Coming soon. I can't let the cat out the bag. Coming soon to one of the largest cities in the United States of America. Get ready for the for hashtag Truth Be Told JD Live. Get ready to turn on your radio in one of the largest cities in the United States of America, and you'll hear me doing a radio show. I'm back. We'll talk about that next year. Oh, baby, I've been cooking. But this is my passion, but it's not my occupation. My occupation is I am a law enforcement officer. Actually, I am a public information officer. So last night, unfortunately, in the municipality I live in, I had to give public information to the public about a shooting. One shooting is one too many. One shooting is one too many. Now, I can't give a lot of details about the shooting last night or any of the shootings that I deal with in the municipality I live in, but we were fortunate that we had 2 other shootings that occurred that were quickly resolved. Now understand this. These days and times, folks ain't running to be police officers. Let me say that again. These days and times, folks ain't lined up saying, guess what? I like to be a police officer. People are not lined up in droves trying to be servants to anybody these days. They're not. They're not. Folks want to be big titled folks. They want to appear to be something humongous. They want to be CEOs and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with leaders. Very few want to be servants. There are very few folks who want to sacrifice and serve. They want to lead, but very, very few folks who want to sacrifice and serve. And we have a serious gun problem and gun violence throughout this nation. And like I said, folks ain't running to be police officers. Folks ain't running to be servants of the people. People want to be leaders of the people. They want you to say, oh, you're the one leading me. But they don't want to be the one that folks will say, you the one serving me. And guess what? In the rarity and oddity of what I just said, there are every once in a while a few folk, very few, a minute few folks who are servant leaders, who will tell you when you call them by their title, no, I work in that capacity, but just call me this. I'm here to serve you. And you can feel that when you see those type folks. You can feel genuinely heart to heart, this person is in a place of power, of purpose, and can move and make things happen and cause progress. But this person is really concerned about the greater good of the people. And when you meet people like that, I tell you, I glow like a light bulb because I'm just happy to be in those type people's presence, because most of the people I hang around, they are title grabbers, title havers, and they're just happy to say, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. You have to do what I say. I'm the boss. A lot of them don't speak from a place of power or purpose, but they speak from a place of privilege and a title. You know, my mom and dad and my uncle and them and my cousin and them and my grandpappy and them, they accumulated wealth however they accumulated, be it slave labor or whatever. But I got it. I live in my nice gated community. I know so and so and such and such. They're not talking from a place of purpose or power, but entitlement and position. Once again, even within the walls of religious institutions, and those who wave this thing constantly, and those who have weaponized the words inside these covers. Titles mean something. And don't get me wrong, if you're really a reader of the book, it tells you that in your lifetime, you'll see certain individuals and they are due certain levels of honor because of what they do possess. But also in that book, it says, let the greatest amongst you be the servant. I read that somewhere in that book, that let the greatest amongst you be the servant. But we want to be the boss. We want to be the boss. Sadly, gun violence is running rampant throughout this country. Not only is gun violence running rampant around this country, violence, period. I have never in my life clicked on social media and saw as many fights, altercations, and disturbances as I see as of late. It's just like Rodney King say, why can't we all just get along? We are literally getting to a place. And then, then we hear this elegant teleprompter speech from the president, which, let me say something. You can't get mad because the president got up there and gave facts. Those facts weren't meant for you and I. President Trump did an actual address to 3% of the nation. To the wealthiest of the wealthy, he had to have a conversation and let them know everything's okay. Because everything, listen, the economy, listen, if you are ultra wealthy, no. Now, watch this. I've been playing two clips. I've been playing a Mike Epps clip and a Martin Luther King clip all week long. And I probably will play it again today because you got to understand something. I ain't talking about Oprah Winfrey. No. I ain't talking about, see, a lot of y'all, that's what y'all want to be. Y'all want to be the next Tyler Perry, the next Oprah. Y'all want to be that. And don't get me wrong. I ultimately have all the respect that they have achieved, what they have achieved, and the monies that they have. But there are folk out there that Oprah money ain't money. That's tax money. That's small change to them. Trump was talking to them folks that you ain't never heard their name before. And he was letting them know, hey, we're fine. Because you got to understand, there's two C's that Trump is talking to. He's talking to certain colors of folks and certain classes of folks. And understand this, just because you're a certain color don't mean you're in a certain class. See, because there are poor folk out there that are not black and brown. There are folk out there who are not in the class that Donald Trump is even concerned about, and the color of their skin look just like Donald Trump, but Donald Trump would not spend one day saying nothing to them, hanging around them, or being around them. To be exact, Donald Trump don't have no love for them. His politics and his legislation that he signs into everyday laws lets you know he ain't concerned about certain classes of folk. See, we too busy trying to put the C on the color. Guess what? You can be po white trash, as they used to call them. Donald Trump ain't concerned about them folk. There's some of you so-called wealthy black folks. Donald Trump ain't concerned about y'all. Y'all money to him is lunch money. Okay. You do understand they have nonprofits out there like the Turning Point. If you Google it, hold it, and understand those numbers are last year's, a year before last numbers. Nonprofits that are bringing in point some million dollars yearly, who CEO and founders are getting almost $500,000 a year salary, which, depending on how the nonprofit is set up, may be absolutely not even taxed, because it could be just like a church. See, y'all sit around here and y'all work every day and y'all have certain things come out your checks, but understand there's certain entities out there that are constructed in certain manners that when people get paid, they don't get paid and they don't get taxed. Now, I'm not going to go too deep because I don't need no pastors. I don't need no people in my inbox or in my phone today trying to tell me, here you go again. Listen, family, I'm not calling nothing out but the facts. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. If anything, I'm trying to wake us up to realize that we've got to have individuals who are concerned about the greater good of all of us. And we have too many wolves disguised as sheep that walk among us every day, trying to figure out who they're going to devour, who they're going to indoctrinate, and who are they going to put on their team, not to make that person better, but for that person to be an asset to them and make it that they can get everything they need for them and those who roll with them. We have a lot of posers and users in our community. And y'all got to pay attention. "39 minutes past the hour." Because you have to really ask yourself the real question. You got to look your good self in the mirror and look at your good paycheck and ask yourself, and let's just say you don't get a paycheck. Let's say you're on government assistance. Is your government assistance going as far as it went 2 and 3 years ago? Is the money that goes into whatever account that it goes into and wherever source it comes from, when you pay your utility bills, when you pay your mortgage or your rent, when you pay at the pump, is your paycheck going as far as it went 2 and 3 years ago? Only you can answer that question. And guess what? Excuse me. There are folk out there who may be doing better today than they were 2 and 3 years ago. But the question is, at what cost? Because guess what? Elevation and promotion don't always come to the right folk. Some folk have sold out a great deal of their own community to receive and get what they got. See, some folk who living in big neighborhoods, driving nice cars, have literally snitched on, or behind closed doors, they might have been all umgawa in front of your face in the community, but behind closed doors, they literally sold out the hoods and the people in the hoods in order to get favor with folks who got money. It might be about that time. See, I need to play 2 clips for y'all again, because some of y'all get it, y'all don't. But these 2 clips, that I actually had both of these clips on my social media pages because they were deep. I'll start off with Mike Epps, because Mike, we all know him as Day Day. What Mike said was deep. And when I ran across this one, I said, man, Mike had a very good point. And I think we need to pay attention. We need to pay attention. And I think a lot of times what we're doing is we're not paying attention. And Mike was serious with this. And it was great when I saw Mike talking about this, because I was like, what Mike said was deep. So I'm going to play this Mike Epps clip for y'all, because y'all need to hear it. And I want y'all just to marinate on that for a minute. Just marinate on what he says. because what Mike is saying here is really deep. It's deep. So I'm gonna take out a moment of time. 42 minutes past the hour. I may play this twice. I really want y'all to hear this. Mike, go ahead. Let them know what's happening, brother.
Let's talk about slavery. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck where you been. We're still on the plantation, brother. The privilege that they give black people, that only black people can flex on other black people with, because that's all you can do, because you can't flex on the motherfucking master, because he gave it to you. You go out there and flex on your people, because if you flex on me, your ass is in trouble. And what you got, that's my fuck up money. I spend that in taxes.
That couple 100,000 holding you over, that ain't real money, that's bill money.
So go be a king to your own people. But don't come over here and act like you're a king to us. And if I catch you biting and snapping back at me, I'm going to take that shit from you, embarrass you, and make your people talk about you and turn on you again. That's what they do to us with that shit. You know you can't take it with you. You don't own the shit. That's the only fucked up thing about having something more than your own people. You can only flex on your own people.
Okay, let's do that one more again, family. One more again. Let's go.
Let's talk about slavery. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck where you been. We're still on the plantation, brother. The privilege that they give black people, that only black people can flex on other black people with, because that's all you can do, because you can't flex on the motherfucking master, because he gave it to you. You go out there and flex on your people, because if you flex on me, your ass is in trouble. And what you got, that's my fuck up money. I spend that in taxes.
That couple 100,000 holding you over, that ain't real money, that's bill money.
So go be a king to your own people. But don't come over here and act like you're a king to us. And if I catch you biting and snapping back at me, I'm going to take that shit from you, embarrass you, and make your people talk about you and turn on you again. That's what they do to us with that shit. You know you can't take it with you. You don't own the shit. That's the only fucked up thing about having something more than your own people. You can only flex on your own people.
That's that part right there. That was it. That was it, family. That was it. Point blank, period. That was it. Pay attention to what Mike said. Pay attention. And ask yourself, why is it that we hate one another the way we do? Why are we so jealous and envious of one another like we are? I've never seen as much hate, jealousy, pocket counting, situation watching, mad at people's relationships, trying to destroy black and brown marriages as I do amongst my own people. Your own people will be the one who will talk about you, who will say you don't deserve to have what you have. Who made you the authority? Who made you the authority of who could have what? Especially for you Bible thumping believers, it says in here, God blesses who he will. Doesn't say he had to come to you and ask for your permission to bless anybody. God says it rains on the just and the unjust. You doing right don't mean the right things will come to you. To be exact, y'all really mess up what goes on in the physical and in the spiritual, and y'all try to commingle them and say because if certain things happen in the spirit world, it's going to happen in the physical world. That's not a guarantee, and it does not say that in that book. That's real talk. But y'all have been bamboozled to believing that if you do certain things, and don't get me wrong, the book does make it clear about your spirit man. But we talking two different people. A spirit man and a physical man, though they may exist in the same place, they are two different individuals. But we don't want to talk about that because some of y'all have been lullabied into, I'll be the conduit for your spiritual information. You don't need to read it yourself. One of the deepest scriptures to me in that book says there will come a time where there will be people who are lovers of self, false prophets. Here's why, because you're not reading it yourself. See, it's easy for me to tell you what it say if you don't know what it says yourself. It's easy for me to tell you anything and you believe it if I'm charismatic enough to persuade you that what I'm saying is the truth if you haven't read it yourself. A lot of you need to start reading stuff yourself and asking for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what you read. Guess what? Why do I have to go to a middleman when I have a direct line to the Creator? Why? I can be humane to my fellow human beings. And guess what? I understand that there are folk out there that have knowledge that I don't have. Those are the folks I may need to listen to. And then guess what? Professor Dunleavy. Thank you, sir. There is a saying in my class, in my criminal justice class. In the Most High, God, Allah, or whatever you choose to call the supreme being, let's use it like it says on the back of the dollar bill. In God, I trust. Everybody else gets cross-examined. Everybody gets cross-examined. In God, I trust. Everybody else gets cross-examined. I personally wish I had adopted that philosophy a long time ago. I didn't. Just as of late, because of what my professor does in class, he says, oh, that's good what you said, and it sounded good. Let's put it under the microscope. I remember when Jimmy Kimmel was suspended from ABC, almost canceled, because of what I had heard, but not what I knew. I made a stupid statement about how it was wrong, how the Constitution had failed him, because I was talking from a place not of power, not of knowledge, but a place of hearsay. Oh, it's time for me to give y'all something. 10 minutes to the top of the hour as I get ready to get up out of here on this Freedom and Fun Friday. Remember these letters and what they stand for. F, F, H. For those of you who are military, Foxtrot, Foxtrot Hotel. F, Foxtrot, hold it. F period, H period. What do they stand for? The first F is for facts. Too many times, for whatever reason, we negate the facts. Sometimes when the facts make family members, folks that we are fond of, a couple of more F's, don't look in a favorable light, we try to negate those facts. We try to, I really don't want to look at those facts. I don't want to look at the fact that my uncle or my aunt have been trying to sleep with little boys and girls all their life. There's certain things you don't want to see them facts. Because those facts ain't favorable for you or for your perception of certain individuals, groups, places, or things. People doing that right now when it comes down to the political climate. A lot of you want to negate the facts because the facts means the person you either supported or voted for may not be exactly who you thought they were. So y'all try to, I don't know. Because see, I am convinced that when a person loves when folk are for you, it's hard to have other folks come in, convince said folks that you ain't who you say you are. See, folk who love Trump will love Trump regardless. There's nothing Trump can do that can make them say, man, I ain't really with Trump. Because that's like the Dallas. How many of y'all out there Cowboy fans? How many of y'all out there Steeler fans? I am. And there's nothing you can say to the Steelers can lose every game of the season. I'm still black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. That's the way some of y'all are. When it comes down to serious situations, first F, facts. I simply say, and I have it wrote down, stick to the facts. The next F is feelings. Too many of y'all don't stick to the facts, and y'all are all into your emotions and your feelings. And let me tell you something. It is never wise to make a permanent move off of an emotion or a feeling that may only be for a temporary moment. A lot of marriages, a lot of business relationships, a lot of things have failed over feelings, especially feelings of disgruntlement. And when I have Sean P on here with the Sean P Experience and Degree Out podcast, he always tells you reading is fundamental. And that's where the H comes in. Because if you read it for yourself, you don't have to listen to H, hearsay. If you stick to the facts, stay out your feelings, and vet hearsay, in God I trust, everybody else gets cross-examined, I promise you about 95 to 98% of your problems will be out the door. Because you stuck to the facts, stayed out your feelings, and you did not fall for the hearsay. You vetted it. You said, okay, I heard what you said. Let me see if this is right. Because it may be true. It may be some truth in it. But I vetted the hearsay. I didn't fall for the okie doke. I didn't hear somebody say something and ran with it. That's too many times that's what we do. We hear it and then we go run with it. We run with it. Today will be one of those days. They are supposed to release the Epstein files today. And let's see how many people stick to the facts, stay out their feelings, and don't listen to the hearsay or vet the hearsay. They won't, because we are in a place of click, like, and share. And guess what? Some folks will say some of the most ridiculous, untrue things just to get you to click, like, and share, because they are trying to monetize whatever they got going on. And they're trying to monetize it by having you to click onto it and listen to their buffoonery. Yep. They're not saying what they're saying for the betterment of you and I. They're saying what they're saying because of the buffoonery. Yeah. So you know, I 5 minutes to the top of the hour on this Freedom and Fun Friday that I'm getting ready to get out here. And guess what? I wake up every day and I try to write down 2 or 3 things I want to fix in myself, because I am far from perfect. I have plenty of flaws, and I ask God daily to correct me, to fix me, to help me realize what's wrong with me, that I can be a better me for other folks, for those who love me, for those who call me daddy, for those who call me grandfather, for those who call me uncle, for those who call me friend. I tell people, listen, some of y'all switch up game is a monster, because you never were my friend to begin with. I'd rather go through this world, and I realized why I was an abandoned child, newborn, because God had to set the tone for me. Brother, you end this by yourself. The only thing you got is me. Everybody else may come, they may go. I have serious abandonment issues. I have a person right now that I'm like, do you know how upset I am at your abandonment of me? Okay. I get it. But once again, it goes back for me. I can't be mad at them for my own shortcoming. Sometimes you just got to look at folk and say, it is what it is. And stand on business and keep moving. That's the problem. Too many of us got that rocking chair, rocking horse philosophy. We think a lot of motion equals a lot of movement. It don't. We think bigger is better. It ain't. Because it was not the size of the ship that helped Columbus make the trip. It was the motion of the ocean. Sometimes it is the thing moving a thing that gets a thing to where it's supposed to get to. I'm just saying. All right, family, it is 3 minutes. 3 minutes to the top of the hour. Thank everybody who's logged on, been on, got on, all that good stuff. I've got to end this show with the King, Martin Luther King. And the reason I do, I've been playing this all week long. Hopefully somebody gets it. I may play this one twice before I get up out of here to just make sure you really, really, really got it. Just make sure you really, really, really got it. I got to play this Dr. King clip. I want y'all to hear it because it's pretty deep. Dr. King, floor is yours.
In the United
Hold up. Hold on. I made a mistake. My bad. Wait a minute, family. See there? Every once in a while, you'd be like, wait a minute. Okay. I did not give you the audio. My bad. Let me get it for you. Here we go. Dr. King, family.
I'm going to be honest enough to tell you that I'm worried about America. Yeah. I'm worried about our nation because it's sick with racism still. Just think about the fact that we live in a nation which was founded on the principle that all men are created equal. And yet men are still arguing over whether the color of a man's skin determines the content of his character. And
Let me pause that for a minute. What Dr. King said back then is there still, you live in a place where they say we created equal. But you have a president who says people who come from certain places who are born here, them people should have never came from them places. That black and brown children are born criminals. Now, this is Dr. King back in the 60s. Listen to some of the rhetoric that is being spoken right now. I'm going to start this over one more again because I didn't get y'all the audio right the first time. And yeah, it's 1 minute after, but we're just going to go a couple of minutes over. Let's go, Dr. King. Let's go.
I'm going to be honest enough to tell you that I'm worried about America. Yeah. I'm worried about our nation because it's sick with racism still. Just think about the fact that we live in a nation which was founded on the principle that all men are created equal. And yet men are still arguing over whether the color of a man's skin determines the content of his character. And I believe that the Lord told me to say to the United States of America that is sick with militarism and is sick with excessive materialism.
Hold on. Y'all caught up wanting to go to war, and y'all caught up with having stuff. Just saying. Dr. King, continue.
Have you ever thought about it? There are between 38 and 50 million people in the United States of America who are poverty-stricken. make an income less than the poverty level. And yet, this is the richest nation in the history of the world. Our national gross product this year will go beyond $800 billion. And yet, there are between 38 and 50 million people who are poverty. I'm going to be honest enough.
This is the place of plenty, but for us to have so much, why do so many suffer? Family, 3 minutes past the hour. Let me get ready to get up out of here. We're counting down toward Christmas. We're counting down toward New Year's. The holidays is not happy for everybody. Please check on one another. Please listen to the words of Mike Epps and Dr. King. Please pay attention. Be better today, family, than you were yesterday. Do something today to bless somebody somewhere. No matter what you do, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back because you gave it to them freely, expecting nothing in return. And always remember that there is no secret. What God can do, what he has done for others, willingly can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing nor no one can stand against you. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Lord say the same. We'll see you Monday morning for Make It Happen Monday. We are up out of here. Peace.